So, welcome back to the channel. Montel Gordon here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about dental marketing and how to get results for dentists. Now, just recently I was actually working with a dental client of mine, and I was able to produce them some amazing results utilizing Facebook advertising and sales funnels. So what I'm going to do in today's video is kind of break down how I was able to generate them £35,000 worth of new potential leads in just 10 days of starting with me, and I was able to half their cost per lead down. They was already spending money on Google AdWords, and that was producing them leads at a cost of around £70 on average. And I came in and I was able to lower that, actually half that, to a new cost per lead utilizing Facebook of around £35 per new lead. So in today's video we're actually going to jump into my computer, and I'm actually going to break down from a high level view on how I was able to do this so that you can actually replicate my kind of success and use it for your dental practice or for your dental clients. I'm going to jump into my computer where I've prepared a couple of slides that we're going to go through and show you exactly how I was able to do this. So without any further ado, let's jump into my computer. So now that we're in my computer, we're going to be talking about how I was able to generate around £35,000 worth of new potential leads in just 10 days using Facebook advertising for a cosmetic dental practice owner or client of mine. So welcome to the presentation. Montel Gordon, as I've said. As you can see, my website is down below in the bottom right corner. So just a quick brief overview on the whole system at like a 10,000 foot overview kind of look. Just looking down at the system, basically it all starts with the Facebook ad here on the left. We then drive traffic from Facebook onto a page that is specifically designed to convert leads or traffic into leads, and that is called a landing page. So basically that is just a simple two-page website that basically has zero distractions on it and is completely optimized just to do one function, and that is to get somebody to input their information to become a lead. And then from then we generate leads. They get emailed, they get called, we follow up with them, they get retargeted and stuff like that, and then they become a new patient of yours. So like I just mentioned before, there is a retargeting system in place with my system that I actually set up. So retargeting is basically when, let's say someone comes from Facebook, lands on your landing page, like checks out what you kind of have to offer, but then doesn't enter their details, so they don't become a lead. What you can actually do then is retarget those people using a little piece of code called a Facebook pixel. So you can actually bring the people who haven't made a booking yet back to your website to then make a booking. This is really powerful because you can actually generate leads for a really cheap price. I was able to generate leads doing this for my actual dental client for around £5, so less than a Starbucks coffee and cookie. I do like using that little reference there. So we can actually retarget people who have, so for example, if we was running a Facebook video ad campaign, we can actually retarget people who have watched, let's say the video is a 2-minute long video, who've watched maybe a minute of that video or even 30 seconds of that video. That is really powerful because that basically allows us to retarget all the people that are actually interested enough to take the time out of their day to actually watch this video for a extended period of time. So we can actually retarget those people who are basically warm to the idea of actually making a booking with your dental practice. So like this is just the retargeting system. We can retarget people who have watched a certain amount of video percentage. We can retarget people who have viewed the actual landing page itself. We can actually retarget people who have actually viewed your actual website, not your actual landing page, but your actual website. Say if you've got a Facebook pixel installed on your website, we can actually retarget other people who have stayed on your website for an extended amount of time. Again, that's exactly the kind of same concept going on with the Facebook video ad. So basically, if someone stays on your website and doesn't bounce within the first like 3 seconds, then they are probably actually interested in what you have to offer and your treatment and your services. So they're actually going through your website and taking a read and a look at what you kind of do. So we can actually retarget them people and bring those back because those people are warm to the idea of becoming a patient of yours, or warm enough to actually take the time out to read your website content. So after they have inputted their data such as their name, phone number and email, we can then put them into an automated email sequence, which basically follows up with them automatically, sends them out a email sequence basically. We can also then call those people directly when a new lead comes in, This is really powerful because the system that I actually was running for my actual dental client, as soon as a lead actually entered their email into the landing page, so we actually collected their data and they became a lead, that lead was then text messaged over to my dental client's actual mobile phone. So the actual receptionist got a text message on their phone saying there's a new lead in, please call within a 5-minute period. So that's really powerful because, as you can imagine, when leads are actually generated, they're really warm right within the first 5 to 10 minutes. So it is important for you guys to be able to call these guys right off the bat. Just want to throw that in there. So then, of course, once they have either they have phoned you or you have phoned them, they then make a booking with you and become a patient with you. So that's just kind of how the whole system goes with the retargeting and stuff like that. So we're going to jump into the actual Facebook ad itself. Now, we actually ran a picture ad and it looked like this. So here we can just see a little bit of copy here. It wasn't too anything special, but it still worked. So the first line is attention Manchester. The dental client was actually, the clinic was actually located in Manchester. So why we do this is because it makes it more personalized and it kind of grabs the attention of people in the local area. Now, of course, if you're targeting a big area that's over multiple cities, which I don't really recommend, then obviously you can't kind of do this. Well, you probably could, but you'd actually have some people who aren't relevant because they don't live in Manchester. Then I just put, have you ever wondered what you'd look like with your dream smile? Always kind of like ask a question because it then kind of gets them involved, kind of hooks them in. So then I went on to explain like, well, now you don't have to for a limited time being the scarcity factor, basically meaning that it gives the person who was reading this or the actual traffic some sort of urgency so that they can actually make a booking. Scarcity always pushes people just to take an action within a desired amount of time. So then I said, we're giving away 15 free veneer consultations to help achieve your dream smile. Then I inserted a link. Now this link is a bit.ly link, so that means I can actually track how many link clicks it actually gets, because sometimes Facebook doesn't actually track links as accurately as something like bit.ly would. I also put the hand emoji in there just to humanize it a little bit. So let me break down some of the psychology behind this. So we've got a little bit of scarcity in there, talking about limited time, and we've got rarity in there, talking about there's only 15 free veneer consultations. So moving on, I said, if you are ready to make your dream smile a reality, click here to find out why so many people are raving about Dr. And I can't say the name because we actually agreed that we wouldn't like share any of their information. I don't want to get into any legal trouble here. So let's just say they were called Dr. Benson. So if you are ready to make your dream smile a reality, click here to find out why so many people are raving about Dr. Benson. Again, I also include the link twice because that just increases your click-through rate. An important thing to mention is that you want the link visible before the see more button, because what happens is sometimes people scrolling on Facebook, you literally have a split second to grab attention, and people's attention spans aren't that great these days due to the whole social media and us living in what I like to call a microwave society. Basically, everybody thinks that everything should just be done instantaneously. So the link should be visible before the see more button just to increase your click-through rate and the amount of clicks you're getting. So if we actually look at the actual ad creative itself, so the actual image, we can see in big bold writing what it actually is. So it's a free veneers consultation, get your smile back in shape. And then we actually said that this includes a visual simulation of your new smile. So the dentist that I was working with actually gives you a digital sort of a simulation of what your teeth could look like in the future after treatment. So we actually used a picture of a woman looking at the camera because this was our target audience. And I basically chose a woman looking at the camera because it's a psychological thing. Humans, when they see eyes, they kind of connect with the eyes. For some reason, it kind of grabs attention. I guess we're just used to that as humans when we talk to each other and we look at each other in the face type of thing. So as you can see, she's actually got nice white teeth as well, and she's actually pointing to her teeth. So again, that instantly you can actually identify that this is some sort of dental ad. Now, generally, I don't like using stock photos, but we kind of only had this sort of stock photo because they didn't really have any great photos to run as a Facebook ad. So that's kind of how the ad was broken down and how I created the ad and the ad copy. So now moving on to the target. Again, like I said, these were located in Manchester. So we did Manchester plus a 20-mile radius. So that means everybody within a 20-mile radius would be, which is a little bit big actually for my liking. I should have put it down to around 15, 10 even. That's the sort of radius we'll be targeting around the Manchester area, because obviously you don't want to be traveling too far to get your teeth done. So this is just a quick overlook at some of the geographical targeting. You can see that I targeted women from aged 25 till 55, women only, who speak English. And that gave us a potential reach of 47,000. Now you're probably going to see that number change because I was tweaking and playing around with stuff, but I'm sure you can get the general idea that we can actually target people within a certain radius. Now, the reason behind targeting people who are 25 and above is sort of a income thing. Normally, when you're around 25, you start to get your life together. You're starting to have that money coming in and a bit more disposable income, so you can actually afford some sort of like these sort of dental services that my client was actually wanting to sell more of, which was veneers. So as you can see, we have a little bit more in depth on the targeting. As you can see with Facebook, it is really, really powerful because we are able to target people who are interested in beauty, cosmetic dentistry, veneers and white teeth and cosmetics and stuff like that. And Facebook does this because it has a lot of like third party partners, and it's able to basically track people on what they are, you know, like kind of searching and looking at over on like Google and stuff like that. They basically know what people are interested in. Facebook actually collects over 100 different data points on you, which is kind of scary, I know. And I know that Mark Zuckerberg actually gets in trouble for this all the time because Facebook just knows like more about you than what you know about you. It's really, really powerful stuff. So I actually, what you call flex targeted those people who are interested in beauty, cosmetics, veneers, that sort of stuff, with people who are actually engaged shoppers who have used Facebook payments in the last 30 days, 90 days, and who have a average spend higher than normal, and who are also interested in shopping and fashion. So this gives us a really powerful audience to target, because not only are they interested in like beauty, cosmetic, veneers, and known to be, but they are also known to have certain buying behaviors, meaning that they have that sort of disposable income, which basically gives us indicators that would allow them to afford my dental clients' services, which were pretty expensive. As we all know, that dental treatments can actually become very expensive and very pricey, like £800 a veneer tooth and stuff like that. So yeah, as you can see on the right, we've got a potential reach of 190,000 people. Great, that's a great audience to target with. The estimated daily results was around 5k reach and around 29 link clicks. That's not too accurate, so don't pay too much attention to that number. It's just kind of like a guideline, I guess. So after that traffic has actually clicked the actual ad, they get taken to a specific page, like I said, called a landing page, that's specifically designed to have 0 distractions on screen, to literally just serve one function, and that one function only is to basically get people to input their information, such as their name, email address, phone number. So this is what the actual landing page I actually used. This is just a demo template. Of course, we actually matched it up to my dental client's brand colors. So his was white and gold, so we actually changed it to white and gold and stuff like that, and we changed the text on there, of course, to free veneer consultation. Like you can see, the name goes at the top, email there at the middle, and then phone number at the bottom, and then they can click to get their free veneer consultation. Now this one says your free teeth whitening session, which is actually what I recommended us to run in the beginning. However, they weren't comfortable giving away free teeth whitening because it's quite expensive. Now, I don't really recommend doing free consultations because everybody does that and it's really weak. And I'm actually going to be making another video on why you shouldn't run consultations, free consultations as Facebook ads, because they are just really, really weak and outplayed and they have no punch to them. So this is actually being done utilizing a bad Facebook offer and was able to generate results. So this is what a thank you page looks like. This is just the page after. So once they've entered their actual email address in, their name, phone number, they get taken to this page, which is a thank you page. And basically it's just giving them some more information that we've emailed you, the instructions. Again, it says free teeth whitening here. Again, we changed that to consultation. But then there's actually some more added bonuses in there and a little bit of scarcity in there, which I'm going to break down now. So what you'd want to do, just to urge your leads even more to make a phone call and a booking with you, is add in some sort of scarcity. So for example, at the bottom, you can see that there's a timer saying that the offer will basically expire if that timer gets down to 0. And then we also add in an extra bonus. So in this particular case, again, we didn't end up running this, but it says if you call and schedule before the timer expires below, we'll add in a free consultation and smile examination, no cost to you. So basically, you just want to add in you just want to incentivize them to make a phone call with you and actually make a booking with you ASAP to really drive leads through your door. So we then give them instructions on how to actually claim their offer. So step 1 would be to dial your office. Now the number in this particular case was a tracking number. It wasn't actually their number, but it was routed to their number, meaning I actually created a second number that actually links to their first number, meaning I was able to track how many calls were coming in from my system. So like I said, I tried to keep my systems very clear, simple, concise and trackable down to the very pounds and pence spent, to the very amount of clicks it gets, to the amount of customers it generates, and to the amount of calls my actual ads get. So yeah, I can actually track how many calls you guys are getting. So step 2 would be then to use the code bridal. We can obviously change this up to whatever the actual offer is revolved around. For this particular free teeth cleaning package, we was kind of going to go for brides to be. That's how powerful Facebook is. It actually knows when certain people, like when people are engaged and stuff like that, so they are likely to be getting married sometime in the future, which is a really powerful ad as well, because your wedding's basically a very big day, one of the biggest days in your life, and of course women love to look their best on their wedding day and would so get some sort of veneer treatment or smile makeover done with you to look excellent on their day. So basically we tell them to use a certain code so that they don't get charged for a particular treatment that they're actually trying to redeem. Again, this is another way to track it, but this is a manual way, which I don't really like using. But again, like I said, we can actually track this using the phone calls and using the amount of emails we collect and the emails that get opened and stuff like that. So step 3 is basically just another instruction, but again, reinstating basically the bonus offer. It says if you call before the timer expires, we'll also throw in the consultation and smile examination free. We only have a limited number of these. Again, added some more scarcity in there. And again, we've already covered the actual scarcity timer that runs out. So let's talk about the actual leads. Now, what happens is people see the ad on Facebook, they become warm to the ad, they click to the ad, they then get taken to the landing page, they enter their details. What happens then is they can either make a call with you, so they actually call you, which is what you've just seen on the screen just a second ago, where I said that if they call, they get an extra added bonus, and they have to call before the specific timer. So that's one way you can actually push them to make a booking. So another way to push them to get a booking is when the lead actually enters their phone number into the landing page, they can actually get a text message received on their phone saying, please make a booking before this time. And it would be kind of like the last page that we're seeing, talking about if they book before a certain time, then they can redeem a second bonus offer. And then, of course, like I mentioned before, they also receive emails, reminders and follow-ups and stuff like that. So with all this put together, it really ensures that you get bookings coming through your door. Also, the leads get updated into an Excel sheet that me and my actual client shared. So whenever a new lead came in, their name, phone number, address, and that sort of stuff actually came through onto an Excel sheet and was auto filled out. So you can actually just take a look each and every day at the end of the day if leads are coming in or not. Also, just want to go back here. There will actually be a Google Maps section below this page. So below this golden box here, there's actually a Google Maps section directing them exactly to the dental practice, so there is no confusion whatsoever. So again, this is just a quick overview on how the whole system works. Facebook ad to landing page to new lead to patient. And of course, there's retargeting and stuff like that within those sections, because obviously people are going to fall through what us marketers like to call holes in the funnel. Sometimes there's holes in the funnel. We have to fill those holes with retargeting, making people see an ad. So for example, if someone sees the landing page, actually lands on the landing page but doesn't make a booking, so they don't fill in their details and become a lead, we can then show them another, just those people, we can actually show them a specific ad telling them to, you know, come back to the website if they're still interested, and make a, and actually enter their details and become a lead. So the results of this is, over a period of 10 days, I actually spent £157 with my dental client. This brought us 31,000 impressions. An impression is basically like a view, but one person can view more than once. And reach is basically how many brand new people have actually been exposed to this ad. And of course, 14,000 people in a local area around some sort of city is basically massive brand awareness. It's going to keep you in the minds of a lot of people, and that is a lot of people to you know, be seen by an ad. So some more results. The total landing page visitors was around 134 people. This generated us 5 high ticket leads at a cost of £31.54p a lead. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot of leads, but when you break down the maths, you can start to see why those leads are important. So their old cost per lead, as you can see, this is actually an actual text I received from my dental client, and basically we're just talking about how much they are actually spending at the moment, and how many leads that's bringing in. So in this particular case, they were spending £7,000 on Google AdWords. That was bringing them around 20 to 30 leads a week, which is on average about 25 leads a week. Let's just split the difference, go in the middle, take the average. And if we times that by 4, so that would be 100 leads in a month for £7,000. Now that's £70 per lead. And I was able to generate them leads in 10 days for £31, which is over half that they were currently getting leads for. Meaning that if we was to spend £7,000 on solely just Facebook ads, we would get double the amount of leads, even more than, well, just over double the amount of leads that they currently received. So we actually set up a retargeting ad, and that was able to generate us some more leads. That's when it got real good. But the time frame we was working together was pretty short. But however, we was able to generate 15 leads, and now at an average conversion rate, let's say they have an average conversion rate around 30%, which is pretty realistic. It's pretty low, but realistic. Now, on average, their customer lifetime value for a single patient is £7,000. That's why I believe, in hypothetical terms and speaking, that I was able to generate them £35,000 worth of new leads, because there was 5 people that actually came in and made bookings and got the treatment and stuff like that. So over a period of maybe 1 to 3 years, that those people were actually gonna end up spending around £7,000 to them. Now, I'm not actually guessing this number. This number came from my dental client themselves. I actually asked them, on average, what does a customer spend with you over their lifetime? And they came back with the number of £7,000. So 5 new patients, that means I've just generated them £35,000 worth of new business over a 1, 2, 3 year time period. So I was really happy about that. So that's all for today's video. First of all, I hope that you've enjoyed this presentation that I put together for you guys, and I hope that you can find some sort of value in it and actually implement this sort of stuff and see results with this sort of stuff. I will actually be making a lot more content around this sort of area, like the dental marketing area and dental Facebook ads and stuff like that, because that's actually my area of expertise. Now, if there's any dentists watching this and you need help implementing these sort of strategies, because I know you guys are really busy and you probably don't have the time on your hands to actually learn this, go out and learn this for yourselves, or you just need some more information, I actually put together a free in-depth video case study on my entire system. The link's in the description below, which I've literally just released on the 7th of January, and it's already had over 620 people view it, which of course I am very pleased about. So go ahead and click the link in my description. That will take you to a page where you can actually watch my free case study video on dental marketing. After you've watched the case study video, there will be a button that you can actually click to book a call with me. Now you will have to fill out an application. Please fill out the application in as much detail as you can. The applications that aren't filled out properly will get filtered out and your call will be cancelled. So for the people who actually fill out the application in detail and I think you're a good fit for what I do, we'll actually hop on a call together to see if we can move our business relationship forward, if it makes sense for your dental practice. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.